Hi guys, welcome to the 7th episode as our playthrough of Egypt series. Remember last episode we took some more land. We took over Athens here, Sparta, and we took this little island right here, but it is controlled a bit by Phrygia. It's unfortunate. So in this episode, as promised last episode, we're going to war with Macedon, and with that will come war with these guys and with Thrace. So I'm already starting to fabricate claim, and so we will move our armies in position. We'll unpause so the claim can fabricate, and we'll get these troops on our ships, which is right over here, because we don't really need a garrison on this kind of small nation. You can see still those same things that they want us to do. See, our economy is not the best currently because we did spend a lot making some more troops. You can see that colonizable territory, which is this one at long last, it is finally colonized. So the only territory we don't have colonized is this right here, just because of it was at low population when we were at war with one of the nations up here, Phrygia, and it was uncolonized. And so we can get these ships over to here. These troops, we'll ship them all the way right here, so they can be kind of more of the scene of the battle, and we'll leave this army of 12,000, or maybe a slightly smaller army, to take out these guys right here, whichever ones they were. And so we'll unembark these two, and then we'll put these guys in a dock, because Macedon's navy as well as Thrace's navy is pretty large. See that they have 69 ships and these guys have 65, so we really can't be doing anything with our navy in this war. If we need to recruit any troops, we'll have to recruit them here, because our navy will be smashed by theirs. And so tell these guys to get over here, because yes, these guys are Macedon's allies, so we'll just take out that army, take that fort, and then take that little province thing right there. And so we'll move these armies all the way up here so they can kind of be in position. And then we'll kind of head straight for Pella right here. If you remember last time we were at war with Macedon, we managed to pretty much take their entire country, although we had to establish war because they were at war with someone else, which was decreasing our war score. And so this war, we should be able to get a lot of this land as well as this land that we didn't get last time, because we do need that for to reunite Alexander's empire this little bit, so we'll make sure to get that this time. And so we'll leave this army to all the armies to go up here, and then later on, once this army finishes taking this fort, we can have them go take this fort, so our armies can go fight their armies, because they do have 35 cohorts as well as 18 cohorts, and then these guys have like 7, but they're not even regenerated. And we do have 86. So we'll come back once the claim is fabricated. So our claim just fabricated. So you can see we now have Caspela and Macedon, so we're free to declare war, which we will. You can see that Oros as well will join, but they probably won't do much. And you can see that our 3 allies, one of which is all the way down here, and some of them are not little island nations right here. These two will help us out in the war. And so we'll declare war, have this army that is now even bigger than it was before. We gotta take out those troops right there so they don't bother us later on, considering that they're just kind of running away. So we'll just lay siege to that capital, and we'll put all of these armies on independent operations. And you can see that we do have more armies heading this way, because that is where Thrace will come from, as well as probably where Macedon's armies mostly are. If this army doesn't want to go over there, we're gonna tell them to head up this way, because that's where you can see that Macedon does have an army over there here, though. So you might want to send, yep, that army is going over there. That army is doing that, which is fine, because we did miss them when we were trying to catch them, so that's unfortunate, but we can get this army, which is pretty small, to go over and deal with it. Because the other armies are probably should be more preoccupied with what's going on up here. You can see that we found one of Thrace's armies and kind of taking them out. So you can see we took out quite a few of their troops, and now we're laying siege to Macedon's capital. And we did lose a researcher, so we need to point someone. We'll point this guy right there, so we can have some better generals. And you can see it is only a level 1 fortress, and there are 2 armies here, looks like, if I could select them, first and second, and they do both have good generals, so they should be fine laying siege up there. See that this army, as I kind of predicted, is going to be annoying. And so it looks like we're going to catch them. Ideally, we take them out, although our general is a lot worse than theirs. We kind of embarrassing. Nope, we managed to take them out. See, they did gain some score, though, because of that. And so we put these guys on defend borders. Or just tell them to go defend those borders. Because they kind of want to be lazy, it seems. And so you can see the Macedon's army is right there, and this army is ignoring them. They do have a bad general as well, which is good for us, meaning that we can pretty easily take them out. So we should be able to catch them there, hopefully. Nope. So, since we do now control where the Olympics is, which is right here, we decide whether the Olympics are held or not. And so we'll have this army go once again chase after these guys. And so this siege is finished. So we'll send this army over here, as we said we would. And this army, hopefully, can catch these guys. We've kind of chased them for a while, and we're going to be able to beat them. And then we can put these guys on infinite operations. This war is already going pretty well for us. Well, I knew it would go well, because we do have a lot bigger of an army. So we did lose another person in the government. So I'll point down, you can see that the Liptome family is disloyal. So we will, as we always do, make rival and plan an assassination on this person. See, he is General of 4th Stratos. So, which one is that? Disloyal army, so we can't control that army. Though it is a pretty small army, it was only 8,000. And since we are at war, that's not really a problem. It'll just do whatever it wants to do. It's essentially an infinite operations army that we can't put off infinite operations. And so, now we just took their capital, which is great for us, because that's always gives you a lot of war score taking the capital. And so these guys will go on defend borders, so they can kind of permanently deal with that army. That's kind of looks like it's recovering right there. So it looks like they've decided to charge us for some reason. It's probably a bad decision on whoever that general's part is. And then now that army is gone, because we completely destroyed it, imprisoned their leader. And that army's going over there, so that's fine. We can actually tell them to go take that fort. So we can that'll take out this entire area rather than having that army. Manpower is always good during war, so we'll take that. And so in order to get our war score higher, we might have to go in and take some land in Thrace. We might have to do that. And so our war score is already doing pretty well. See that we don't have that province, whichever one it is. It should be the one right over here. Yep, that one. So if we take that fort, that'll increase our war score by a ton. So Macedonian army is taking out some of our land that we already took from them. So we'll go over and fix that. See, the general of our ships is this army is scorned for some reason. But we do want to give a good general to our navy, because that's always good, so we don't just lose our entire navy as we did at the start this playthrough series against Phrygia. So we'll set that army up. You can see that this person is going to gain 1 marshal, which is great for us. Then some siege is finished. This one right here. So these guys are in independent operations. And then we see there is a Macedon army right there. These armies, hopefully we'll deal with it, because this army is going to have to deal with this one, and it's not quite big enough. So another siege is won, and so both in independent operations now. And then we do need, it's like the plague, everyone is dying in the government. We will have to assign some more rolls. It looks like they were a 5, it just hadn't loaded in for some reason. And so we need to send them there. So we should be able to win that, considering there's a green thing, and we do outnumber them by quite a bit. So we won. Not really a surprise. Now we'll send these guys out to take that fort. And so you can see that we can either lose some money or some stability, but we already are pretty high on stability, and we were going down. So it's fine to lose a bit, and this army is kind of ignoring them. So we'll send them up there. Looks like the army we just beat of Macedons is heading up. So this army is going to be annoying, and looks like we might catch them. And so yep, we caught them. So now they're gone, and infinite operations for them. Although, actually, I'll have these guys go lay siege there, because it looks like a lot of armies are coming from that area. And so we do want more Alv armies, because we are at war. And so, looks like this war is probably actually going to finish up relatively soon. See that once we take this, we should go up a lot in war score, because that is the final area in Empress. Another general is needed. That wasn't the best general, but they were scorned. And then, now we're at 55. So, oh yeah, always manage to, always pay attention to the war goal, because it does increase your war score by quite a bit. See that this army is unwise. They decided to lay siege to the city, which kind of pins them there, and that's our bigger army, which does have a slightly worse general. Take them out. So it's not a tactical move for them. So this war is actually probably going to finish up pretty soon. Another siege is finished. And then more trade routes. So this army is heading over here for some reason, and this army hopefully will deal with it. Stability, we already lost some stability, so we'll just lose a bit of money. So our army's dealing with that, and we do need to arrange a marriage. Let's arrange a marriage with this person. Doesn't really matter too much. Okay. Find another person. Okay then. We don't really want to pay 500 gold to marry someone, because that's not really necessary. So we took that fort, and so these guys can all be in independent operations. Actually, we might get this one Stratos to head over here. Actually, they're blocked by that siege, so we'll put them in independent operations, and they'll probably head over in this area anyway. So we're just about to completely take out the entirety of Macedon, although it won't give us the 100 in war score that we kind of want. Pause, because we do need to take out all of Thrace as well, and that's not really what we want to be doing, considering this all the way up here, and we have, considering this, we have no need to head up there in any way. Although we do need to take this land here so we can declare war on Phrygia, which will be later in a later episode. And so just keep pausing, but we should probably have it unpause. So this army is still being annoying, and they're right back to the fort with 0 morale when there's this big army that already destroyed them. Disease outbreak. So that should deal with them. Hopefully, looks like we just got war with Phrygia, just as I was saying that we would declare war on Phrygia. We are now at war with Phrygia, so you might want to finish up this war. Let's see what they would suggest. It's not actually super terrible, but we do want this land, because that is part of the quest thing. We do want this, because that's also part of reunite Alexander's Empire, as well as we want to completely take this area, and then we can take this, as well as this area. And so that's a lot better than the suggested one, I have to say. So we might be able to take, like, oops. Okay, we will just do that then. To reselect all these, and now they won't give it to us. So unselect that one, and they still won't give it to us. So we'll have to not get a few of these, because we don't really need this entire area. Although we'll get it in a future war, ideally. So now they're willing with that capital. So so that's pretty much the best thing that, oh, that was why. Now that's kind of obvious now. And so that was what we had before. And so we can settle with that. That is quite a bit of land. See that now we are a lot bigger. So Macedon's not having a good day. And so we are at war with Phrygia, meaning that Macedon had an army here. Didn't even notice. Didn't do much good for them, and you can see we're automatically sieging those two little areas, because we do have forts on this island. And so Phrygia's armies could come out of pretty much anywhere, because they could land a naval invasion here, because they do outnumber us navy-wise. So they could go over here, and they could go over here as well. So we are going to want to, because we can for some reason, have military access for these guys. I don't know why we have it, but ideally we do not fight this war, although we will have to wait for that months of war to go away. But that is going to be for a later episode, meaning the next episode. So thanks for watching, I'll see you again next time.